Welcome back. Today we explore Armin van Buuren and SACHA, two powerhouses who are redefining what it means to be rising stars in the trance scene. In this video, we examine their backgrounds, the magic behind their 2025 hit Set Me Free, the revival of Armin's iconic rising star alias, and why this duo is set to dominate the airwaves and stages for years to come. This is going to be a comprehensive look. Stick around because by the end, you'll understand why trance isn't just surviving, it's thriving. Let's jump right in. First off, let's talk about the man who's practically synonymous with trance music, Armin van Buuren. Born on December 25, 1976 in Leiden, Netherlands, Armin Joseph Jacobus Daniel van Buuren grew up in a musical household. His father was a musician, and Armin was exposed to a wide range of sounds from an early age. But it was the electronic beats of the Dutch masters in the early 1990s that really hooked him. As a teenager, he started experimenting with mixing tapes and radio shows, teaching himself how to produce tracks. By the time he was in high school, he'd already bought his first turntables and was DJing at local clubs like Nexus. Armin balanced his passion with education, studying law at university, but music quickly took over. He once said in interviews that law school taught him discipline, which he applied to his relentless work ethic in the studio. Armin's breakthrough came in 1997 with Blue Fear, a track he released at just 19 years old. It was a massive hit in the underground scene, blending uplifting melodies with driving beats that would become his signature. This cemented him as a rising talent, but he didn't stop there. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, he founded his label Armada Music, which has since become one of the biggest in electronic music, nurturing talents from all over the world. Then in 2001, he launched A State of Trance, ASOT, a weekly radio show that's now broadcast to millions across over 100 countries. ASOT isn't just a show. It's a movement, a community where trance fans gather to discover new tracks and relive classics. Over the years, Armin has hosted massive ASOT events, from sold-out arenas to festivals like Tomorrowland and Ultra. His discography is legendary. Albums like 76 in 2003, Shivers in 2005, and Imagine in 2008 topped charts and earned him Grammy nominations. He's collaborated with everyone from vocalists like Sharon Den Adel to producers like Tiesto. But what sets Armin apart is his evolution. He's not afraid to experiment, mixing trance with progressive house, pop elements, and even orchestral sounds. In 2013, he made history as the first solo dance artist to sell out Madison Square Garden. And let's not forget his 5-time win as the world's #1 DJ in DJ Mag's Top 100. A record that's hard to beat. Armin's also a family man. Married with kids, he balances global tours with personal life, often sharing glimpses on social media. His perfectionism is well known. He's admitted to battling burnout, but it fuels his drive to stay at the top. Today, at 48, he's still innovating, proving that age is no barrier in EDM. Now, shifting gears to SACHA, the Scottish sensation who's exploding onto the scene. Born SACHA Marie Taylor in Perth, Scotland, with Pakistani heritage, SACHA grew up surrounded by diverse cultural influences. She moved to London a few years ago to chase her music dreams, leaving behind a career as a hairdresser. Her journey into music started young. She was always singing, drawing inspiration from pop and dance icons. But it was the electronic scene that called to her, blending her powerful vocals with infectious beats. SACHA's breakthrough came with tracks like Something We'll Regret in 2021, a grunge pop-infused debut that amassed over 100,000 streams quickly. She's described her style as fierce and empowering, often tackling themes of self-discovery and resilience. By 2024, SACHA was making waves in the UK dance scene, performing in Ibiza and collaborating with big names. Her social media presence under @SACHA_sings is vibrant. She shares behind-the-scenes glimpses, performances, and her journey as a rising artist. Tracks like Bad to Your Body and Guest List showcased her versatility, mixing electronic elements with soulful lyrics. But 2025 has been her breakout year. Collaborations with Alesso on Destiny, Martin Jensen Casso, and of course, Armin van Buuren has propelled her into the global spotlight. She's been praised for her electrifying live performances, like at Doof in the Park and Untold Festival. SACHA's voice is distinctive, raw, emotive, and perfectly suited for trance anthems. She's quickly becoming a go-to vocalist for EDM producers, and her Scottish roots add a unique flavor to her music. In interviews, she talks about the challenges of breaking into a male-dominated industry, but her determination shines through. At just 20-something, SACHA represents the new wave of talent, blending heritage with modern sounds. One of the most intriguing aspects of Armin's career is his alias, Rising Star. This side project dates back to the early 2000s, when Armin wanted a way to release more experimental trance tracks without the pressure of his main name. The alias debuted with Touch Me in 2001, a track that became a club staple, approved by Ministry of Sound before it even hit shelves. Rising Star allowed Armin to explore uplifting trance with a nostalgic edge, featuring soaring synths and emotional builds. Over the years, he's released sporadically under this name, including The Voice in 2025, keeping a steady schedule since 2015. The alias represents his roots, pure, unadulterated trance that harkens back to his early days. In 2025, Rising Star made a triumphant return with a remix of Set Me Free, his collaboration with SACHA. This remix blends classic trance elements with the original's empowering lyrics, creating a euphoric festival anthem. It's a nod to Armin's history while pushing boundaries, showing how he's bridging generations in EDM. Speaking of Set Me Free, let's break down this epic collaboration. Released on October 3rd, 2025, via Armada Music, the track was born from a shared vision of freedom and upliftment. Armin and SACHA first performed it live at Tomorrowland in July 2025, where it electrified the crowd. SACHA's vocals soar over Armin's production, with lyrics about breaking chains and embracing liberation. The original mix is uplifting trance at its finest, driving bass lines, melodic drops, and that signature Armin buildup that sends shivers down your spine. The track quickly gained traction, with live versions from Untold Festival and ASOT London going viral. On October 17th, the Rising Star remix dropped, adding a nostalgic twist with faster tempos and classic trance synths. There's also a Darren Styles remix that infuses hardstyle elements, broadening its appeal. Set Me Free has been streamed millions of times on Spotify and YouTube, with official visualizers and live clips racking up views. Fans on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, are buzzing. Posts from events like Tomorrowland Brazil highlight its energy, with users sharing clips and declaring it their anthem. What makes this collaboration special? It's the synergy. Armin's production expertise pairs perfectly with SACHA's emotive delivery. In a year where EDM is evolving with AI and cross-genres, Set Me Free stays true to trance roots while feeling fresh. It's been featured in playlists like Untold Dubai's, tying into crypto and tech vibes, showing trance's cultural reach. Diving deeper into Armin's biography, his early influences included Jean-Michel Jarre, and Ben Lebrand. He started remixing for friends, honing his skills. By 1999, he was signed to labels. And Communication became a hit. His A State of Trance show started as a 2-hour mix on Dutch radio, growing into a global phenomenon with over 1,000 episodes. Armin's live sets are legendary. Think lasers, pyrotechnics, and emotional journeys. He's played everywhere from Ibiza to EDC, and his Armin-only tours are immersive experiences with live musicians. Armin's also philanthropic, supporting causes like UNICEF and mental health in music. He's open about his struggles with success's dark side, pressure, tours, and burnout. In 2019, DJ Mag profiled his evolution, noting how he balances innovation with tradition. For SACHA, her move to London was pivotal. She immersed herself in the scene, writing with teams like Hannah Wilson and Toby Scott. Her collaboration with Alesso on Destiny in October 2025 highlights her rising status. She's been called a grunge pop powerhouse with a fiery edge. Performances at Camperdown Park with Armin show her stage presence, confident, engaging, and vocally stunning. The rising star alias has a cult following. Tracks like Touch Me defined early 2000s trance, with remixes still played today. Armin revives it for special projects like the 2025 remix to honor his origins. Set Me Free lyrics resonate. Set me free from the chains that bind me. It's about empowerment, fitting 2025's themes of recovery post-pandemic. Live at Untold, SACHA's performance with Armin created magic. Crowds chanting, lights pulsing. Fan reactions. Posts on X rave about it as the cure for bad day, with shares from BitGet tying it to earnings vibes. It's in playlists, soundtracks, and remixes abound. Looking ahead, Armin teases more a state of trance events and albums. SACHA's schedule is packed with collaborations and tours. Together, they could spark a trance renaissance. In conclusion, Armin and SACHA embody rising stars. Armin as the established legend reinventing himself, SACHA as the fresh voice ascending. Set Me Free isn't just a track, it's a statement. Trance is alive, evolving, and ready to set us all free. Thanks for watching. Peace out.